Waiting. Oh, that looks good. All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. All right. I'm ready to jump in if you are.
How come I'm earlier than you in the day and yet I look like I'm at night?
I
This doesn't
know.
make any sense.
It's so dark there.
I'm ready, man.
All right. Welcome to Just Curious Media. This is Let's Talk Cobrakai. I'm Jason Connell.
And I'm Sal Rodriguez.
All right, Sal. We are back for a super short episode.
Yeah. Super short, but super special.
Super special.
Yeah. This is big because this is more lead into what we've been leading into.
We've been pumping it up for a long time, many years and seasons. But this is the week that we're going to drop the next Karate Kid 1994 scene by scene breakdown. This is not the episode. This is just the preview.
Yeah. Final preview.
Final preview. It's coming out this week. We know that for sure. And in the midst of reviewing the episode, I wanted us to hit a couple things, pump up the audience, and get out of here. But just so you know, those who weren't aware, Sal and I actually recorded the special episode together, the breakdown of the next Karate Kid. I was in Los Angeles. We went to a studio in the Valley, very fitting for the Karate Kid.
Jason, you're going to make me cry. I got a little something in my eye.
It was pretty special. After all those years of not seeing each other, we did that together. And Sal, there was significance in the location we were at in particular.
Oh yeah, we were in the neighborhood, man. We were in the neighborhood.
And we were actually in Northridge, very close to CSUN, California State University, Northridge. Sal, give us that address.
Yes, that address is 18111 Nordoff Street, Northridge, California, 91325. And I'm proud to admit, or share that a sibling, I had at least one sibling that went to CSUN.
You mentioned that. I was about to say
it's in the family.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we were 5 minutes away max. We were recording at Wes Hambright's studio, Orange Dog Studio.
Yeah, shout out Orange Dog.
So much fun that day, but we were literally so close, and we were going to go over there and do like a pickup, two guys on location, because there's the Matadome, which is the 2,500 seat indoor multi-purpose stadium, which was used for the All Valley Karate Championships in the Karate Kid and the Karate Kid Part 3. It was right there on campus. When I told Wes, he said, wait, we ride our bikes there all the time. We're always going over there. And recently, Sal, he sent me a photo of his kids and him outside in front of Matadome. So,
oh my God. But wait, he didn't know the significance.
Well, until he went this last time. Then he knew, because he's always in
he sent you a recent picture.
Recent picture. So,
oh, wow. So cool.
Amazing. Had our episode not been so long, we recorded for like 2+ hours, we would have gone over there. Now, I also read there's a new name that came in 2022. So it's no longer called Matadome. It's called the Premier America Credit Union Arena. You know how this is. All businesses are taking over our names of stadiums and such. Sure. But it was right there in the backyard. The All Valley, the original, Sal. We recorded that close.
Well, I'd like to announce to our listeners then, Let's Talk Cobra Kai is now brought to you by Premier America Credit Union. So
there you go. Well, just like that. It's just like that. So that sets the stage there. One thing I want to do, because this is, what do you like to call it? The Mandela effect?
Yes,
something like that. I don't know if it was that or adjacent, but while watching the movie for notes, because I'd seen The Next Karate Kid a few times, and of course, not my favorite Karate Kid film, in the movie they talk about the bad guys have a name. They're not Cobra Kai. There's a Dugan and Ned, for the most part. They're the heads, and they're always bullying Julie and Eric. But their name, Sal, is what in the film?
Their name in the film is Alpha Elite.
Alpha Elite.
Alpha
it's
Elite.
Even a patch, if you look close enough. And so I heard Eric, a character in the movie, say it so fast one time. And, again, this wasn't the Karate Kid for me. It's like, far distant cousin of a movie. So I was like paying attention. I have a lot of notes, but I thought he said Alpha League. He said it so quickly. So all my notes then, Alpha League.
Nice.
Anytime I'm referencing this group, they're Alpha League.
Yeah.
In fact, I even corrected you at one point in time. I was like, no, it's not Alpha Elite, it's Alpha League.
Nice.
Well, that's not in the final version, but it's pretty funny. So you'll hear me say Alpha League, it's Alpha League, but you know what? Who cares?
You know what?
It's the next Karate Kid.
To your credit, though, Jason, I think Alpha League kind of rolls off the tongue a little better than
That's
Alpha
what I'm
Elite.
saying. Yeah, it's more fluid.
Yeah.
It's not Alpha Elite. It's Alpha League. And that's just what I thought. Hey, I also tried to rename the South Seas Apartments the Seven Seas Apartments a long time ago. I got nowhere with that.
Also a good name.
Also a good name. Thank you for that, Sal. I appreciate it. Well, lastly, before we wrap up, there was a couple of credits I saw in the movie. As I was doing final touch-ups on our episode, I kind of went back and looked at something, and 2 credits came up, and I thought, oh, you know what? We should mention them here on this preview episode, because one is someone we love from the old Karate Kid movie, the original, through most of them, actually, but it's the stunt coordinator, martial arts choreographer, Pat E. Johnson.
I think this just jogs my memory. I think in the 80s, right around the release of the original films, they made a Patty Johnson action figure.
I think you're right.
I'm pretty certain.
I've seen a toy online.
A small one,
yes.
Only about 5 points of articulation, but I think, yeah, I got to get it.
You do need to get that. Well, because we were talking about the next Karate Kid, how they had a lot of people at play from the original team. No Avildsen, no Kamen. Well, characters for Kamen, but no story by. And Patty Johnson was in that, the original cast and all the original trilogy. So he was indeed a part of the next Karate Kid. So I guess he choreographed some of these Alpha Elite fights with Julie and Mr. Miyagi and Mr. Miyagi at Ned's Got Gas and all these other sequences. Pat E. Johnson was there.
Yeah, and then he's on camera in the original. I think in the second one also.
Second one.
In the second one, he's on camera.
And the original too, but the second one, he's got that scene.
Which is rare. Usually the fight choreographer or stunt choreographer is not going to be on camera, usually.
Right, totally. Yeah, Kreese comes out in the sequel in the beginning, which is kind of the flashback, and he bumps into them.
Yes.
Patty Johnson is there. And there was one other credit that I thought, wow, this is really interesting. I just happened to catch it because, the movie I was watching the scroll, making sure the location on something, and it says, the film is dedicated in the memory of Ashley Boone, who was so instrumental in the success of The Karate Kid. Not the next Karate Kid, 1994, but this is a throwback to the original. So I look up Ashley Boone. Well, Ashley Augustus Boone Jr., rest in peace, died in 1994, the same year this movie came out, at 55 years old. Very young, Sal.
Very young, absolutely.
Died of pancreatic cancer is what I read, but very sad.
Ugh.
But he was an American marketing and distribution executive in the film industry. He was the first black president of a major Hollywood studio, and he played a critical role in the launch of Star Wars, the most successful movie franchise ever, and many other movies. So, wow, very impressive resume. And it wasn't just Star Wars, it was a Karate Kid and all these great movies. He was the marketing distribution mastermind behind it. Incredible body of work.
Yeah, that's great. That's really cool. I'm very happy to learn about him. I mean, I'm like, why don't I know about this guy? That's really cool.
Exactly. So I saw that, wanted to throw that in here. There's not much more unless you want to pep the audience and get them excited about what's coming this week, Sal. Any other little tidbits?
I'm excited too. After Jason and I recorded any given episode, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to listen, just like you guys. I'm waiting. So believe me, I'm waiting.
You've already forgotten everything.
Well, no. Well, to be perfectly honest, I'm obviously looking forward to the release of this episode. But when you mentioned we were in Northridge, I was like, we were, weren't we? Like, oh yeah.
It was a hot day there too, by the way.
Yeah, it was. Well, again, thanks to Wes Hambright for being so generous. A really good friend. You know what?
Yes.
Wes and I have done some things after I met him years ago that you may not even be aware of. He did some music for a podcast that we had years ago after I met him at the festival through you. So very grateful to Wes for all the stuff he's done for me and for us over the years, and letting him into letting us into his studio is so cool, I think.
Yeah, we would have melted had we done that 2-hour episode outside somewhere, Sal. So
no, we couldn't do it here. My studio is like, I'm boiling.
You got too many toys. Look at all those toys too. I mean, there's no room.
I'd have to move a few shelves. This is me moving shelves.
Yeah, that's it.
But anyway, listen, everybody. Thanks for thanks for being ready. Thanks for going along this journey with us. This journey of previews.
Yes.
And now here we are, man. We're gonna drop our scene-by-scene analysis of the next Karate Kid. I'm very excited to say that.
I cannot wait, Sal. Why don't you take us out with your usual outro?
no mercy.
Great job.